So man, this, like the noise is temporary distraction. I like to say that volatility is the difference of perception and reality. So the reality is that Bitcoin is the network is growing, the development is growing. The reality is we have an upward trajectory, but the perception gets a little over ahead of it, and then it snaps back below, and it oscillates back and forth over reality. And I think these opportunities, these Bitcoin FUD, this news are opportunities where it brings perception below reality, and that's our opportunity. So maybe you can kind of share with us what you're seeing. I know Swan works with some high net worth clients and whatnot.
We do. I mean, across the board, right? You can start with as little as $10 a month, but you can also buy, tens of millions of dollars through us. And we have customers at both ends and everywhere in between. And I think what's nice about the signal that you can get from what's been going on with Swan in the last month in this dip, let's call it, most of our customers understand Bitcoin pretty well. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been pointed toward us in the first place, because you're kind of finding Swan as you start to go down the rabbit hole and you find out where the signal is in all of the noise. You're not going to find out about Swan on some, random crypto TA channel on YouTube. It's like when you find Bitcoin authors and Bitcoin podcasters and like the smart voices on Bitcoin Twitter, that's when you see people recommending Swan. And so what's really interesting is our 2 biggest weeks in our company's history were the last 2 weeks. So the people that actually understand Bitcoin have been backing up the truck and buying as much as possible.
That's important.
And that's what we hear in all our social channels and all of our customer support and just seeing the flow. We've never been busier. We've hired more people in the last month than any month in company history. And we've had our best month ever by far.
I like that distinction. Being, a longtime investor and studying the stock markets, they differentiate and they call them the smart money and the dumb money. And the smart money are the institutions and things like that. In the Bitcoin market, it's harder to define that, part because it's anonymous. But I think that was a great point that you made, right? So like the smart money are the ones that are actually producing the content, the education. And they're the ones that are kind of funneling into your company. So when your company is exploding, it looks like the smart money is the one buying.
If you define smart money as people that actually understand Bitcoin, people who understand Bitcoin are buying like crazy right now.
Right. Yeah. And I would. I mean, those are the ones that have spent the time to educate themselves and spent the time to understand it better.
100%.
Yeah. Well, that's good news. So I guess the inside edge, the asymmetric information from Cory is that the smart money, the educated people are buying. They're ignoring the FUD, and that's probably the trend.